Closed captioning for Family Guy is brought to you in part by...
Hello to anyone who's still out there, anyone who's still watching this pitiful channel for some reason. So, you remember Turtles in Time? That popular SNES game that everybody loved? Well, this isn't that. This is the far less popular Sega Genesis version. I deliberately chose to play this. And here we've got our 4 purple strobe light demons. There they go. And just like the thumbnail of this video, that's exactly where I got the artwork from, and now they're falling off of a building. I think Konami needs to go bold with the next Turtles game. Just open the game with having the 4 turtles just jumping off a building in an act of suicide. Make it all hip and edgy for the Gen Zers. Wow, this is so hip and edgy. So you got your 4 turtles to pick from, obviously. John, Paul, George, and Ringo, or whatever. I know very little about the turtles. There's Katie Couric, or whoever. I know none of these characters' names. Uh-oh, what the hell is all this? The buildings are getting bendy. This isn't Bendy Town. Somebody better call somebody about this. This shit ain't supposed to happen. How is the media gonna react to this? You think CNN's gonna blame this on Donald Trump? And Trump made all the buildings in New York vanish with his magical powers. The conservative media might try to tell you that Shredder was responsible, but stay tuned here for the truth. It's always fun to imagine how real-life news organizations would report on these preposterous situations that only happen in fictional media. So anyway, yeah, here it is. Hyperstone Heist. It's painfully simple. Just slash the man over and over again. As Bill Cosby would describe it, you got the guy who comes out and he's all slash, 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 and glug, 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 glug. No, you know what I'm talking about. Bill Cosby should start a Let's Play channel now that he's been released from that federal penitentiary. I mean, why the hell not? Our world's not ridiculous enough as it is. Let's just make it even more crazy. Bill Cosby, the Let's Player. What a crazy idea. I gotta submit that to that subreddit. Our crazy ideas. Yeah. So, like I said earlier, I know very little about, the Turtles. I know they're, in a sense, they're really the first multimedia franchise of sorts, the first thing to breach every form of entertainment media. It's one of those things where if someone had never heard of the franchise and they were to ask, well, what is it? Is it like a show or a game, or what is it? There would be no one definitive answer because it was everything. It was games, it was TV, it was movies, it was toys, it was cereal, presumably. There was that live musical show they did with the people in the costumes. They went on Oprah that one time. Yeah, TMNT was truly the first franchise to breach every single form of media. A bold new direction for marketing, I guess. There's co-op in this, by the way. You see where it says Mike, press start at the top of the screen. Although you're gonna be hard-pressed to find anybody who's willing to play Sega Genesis games with you in 2021. Nobody cares about this old crap, old man. Fucking kill yourself. No one cares about the past. So there's an AVGN video about this game that does a comparison between this and Turtles in Time, and it's quite good. They basically have like 2 different game captures going on at the same time. So James is in one room playing Turtles in Time, and then Mike Matei is in the other room playing Hyperstone Heist. And Mike Matei says, brown bricks, brown The popularity of brown bricks and everybody making fun of him just completely shattered his mind. And that's all he knows how to say now. Tragically, the mind of Mike Matei. A lot of water in that imaginary fire hydrant, huh? It just keeps going. Speaking of things that just keep going, I saw this cool commercial once. It was for some Japanese battery company, and they put like a single battery inside like a little toy that could climb up the sides of buildings, and so they made him climb up like the tallest skyscraper in all of Japan, and he just kept climbing and climbing higher and higher, and it's really the type of video that makes your palms sweat because you think the batteries are going to run out at any point and that he's going to fall. But no, he doesn't. He just keeps on going. That's a damn cool commercial. I liked... sorry, my throat was getting a bit phlegmy there. I like it when commercials actually try. That doesn't happen anymore. Sounded like an old man. Everything was better in my day. It feels like commercials these days are just kind of junk. That there's no creativity involved. And it's, hi, I'm Ice-T, and you gotta get Car Shield for your car, or else it's game over. You know the one. Then they interview the Car Shield customers, and Brenda from Lawton, Oklahoma says, it's like having a suit of armor around your car. Yeah. I've got the lady's name memorized. They've got the one guy from Missouri, and he says like, they paid for a new transmission and a motor. Who does that? I have seen that flippin' commercial so many times that I've got it all memorized. You'd think that I had sat down and deliberately watched the Car Shield commercial over and over again with how well I can memorize it, but no, that's all just from seeing it in passing many, many times over. Car Shield didn't sponsor this episode, by the way, but that'd be real cool if they did. If anyone would sponsor this Let's Play channel, I guess I'd want it to be Car Shield. Brand synergy. And Car Shield people love Hyperstone Heist for the Sega Genesis. Boy, these levels sure do get repetitive, don't they? It's a sewer again. If I were a bad game reviewer, I'd be saying, turtles in the sewer, not creative at all, literally unplayable. Bloodborne is better. Anyway, there is some more level variety as we go. There's the sewer surfing level, but that's not till later. Sewer surfing. Yeah, that's an approximation of what the sewer surfing music sounds like in the SNES one. I know the SNES one a bit better. Because, as previously mentioned at the start of this episode, nobody played this version. Sega never quite hit it big. The Genesis was the peak, and even then it really just kind of tied with the SNES in terms of popularity. Because if you look at the total sales numbers for both systems, they were about the same. Sega never quite hit the big time like they always dreamed. And that's a damn shame, because they had some talented people working over there. Talented people with creative ideas and all the resources they needed to realize those ideas, but things just didn't take. Thanks a lot, Bernie Stoller. Boo! Nah, it wasn't all his fault, but he certainly didn't help. God. There's a live streamer that I watch who specializes in Sega games, and I usually make lots of Bernie Stoller jokes in the chat, and he immediately knows. Okay, so here we got Wally Gator. No, that's not funny. Fuck that. Speaking of Wally Gator, though, there was an incident in the news where, tragically, there was a kid who got killed by an alligator in the swamps. And that was just like a month after they had that incident with Harambe, where Harambe had to get shot because the kid fell into the enclosure. And so somebody made a meme where it was a Wally Gator and a Grape Ape, and they have little speech bubbles, and Grape Ape says, "Hey, if I ever get shot because a kid falls into my enclosure, will you avenge my death?" And then Wally Gator says, "No problem, fam." That was a real meme that they made. Harambe and that random alligator were in cahoots. Cahoots, as it were. Why does a bipedal alligator need to throw knives, by the way? As Lisa Simpson once said, why would a dog need a human girlfriend? And the answer to both those questions is, who cares? You're overanalyzing it. Go back to Reddit, for God's sake.